and welcome to part 22 of the Tekkit tutorial series. Today we're going to be looking at some lamps, some wireless sensors, and I've had a request for showing you how my grain intensive farm is made. So we're going to go over some of the redstone logic as well while we're here. So to begin with, we're going to make some jacketed wire. Now jacketed wire, you get 4 pieces for every one you make. And it's made by wooden plank, or it can be any plank covers, any covers that you want, so it can be stone, cobblestone, brick, whatever you like, and then a red alloy ingot in the centre, and this will get you some jacketed wire. And it will look exactly like what type of covers you've used. Now to make the lamp, we're going to need some lumar, I presume that's how you say it, but this is made with redstone in top left corner, glowstone in the centre, and then your choice of coloured dye in the 2 little gaps to the sides of it. So in this case I've used red, so we're going to get some red lumar, and this will eventually make us a red lamp. So in here, all you do is you put your coloured lumar at the top centre and the very centre, some redstone at the bottom centre, and some glass all the way down the sides, and this will get you a red lamp for us on this occasion. Next thing we're going to make is a light sensor. This is made with stone wafers all the way around the outside except for the top, middle, where you put a stone wire instead, and a blue doped wafer in the centre. Now if you don't remember how to make stone wafers, you just have to re-smelt stone. So once it's gone from cobblestone to stone, smelt it again, you'll get some stone wafers. And the stone wire is just a stone wafer with some redstone on top of it. And the blue doped wafer is just silicon wafer with some nickelite in an alloy furnace. This will get you a light sensor. So take that with us. Next, we're going to make some obsidian sticks. A bit like normal sticks, you just put 2 obsidian blocks on top of each other, and we're going to need 4 sticks, so it'll have to be 2 lots of obsidian each stack, and this will get you 4 sticks. Now, the end result of this little bit of crafting is going to be for wireless transmitters and receivers. So we're also going to need a stone bowl, which is just made like a normal bowl, but with smooth stone, so smelted cobblestone. And we're going to make a receiver pill, not pill, don't know what I'm saying. I don't know how to pronounce that because it's got capital letters just everywhere. And it's made with an ender pearl in the centre, and then you can have redstone in the corners, and glowstone in the remaining gaps, and then we'll need 2 of these pearls. And then we're going to transform them into wireless transceivers. Now this is use some of the obsidian sticks from earlier, and the receiver pearls that you've just made. Next, we're going to make a receiver dish. Now this is for the receiver, obviously, as it says in the title. You just put a wireless transceiver on top of your stone bowl, and you'll get a receiver dish. And then we're going to make our wireless receiver, which is some stone wire bottom right corner and the bottom centre, stone wafer in the bottom left corner, obsidian stick above that, and then the receiver dish on top of the obsidian stick, and this will get you your wireless receiver. Now the wireless transmitter is just as easy to make, exactly the same recipe, apart from instead of a receiver dish you put a wireless transceiver where the receiver dish is. So it looks a little bit like this. I won't describe it because I've just described it then. So for the grain farm, and for anything really, we're going to need some AND gates. Now for this little bit of an experiment we're going to need 3 AND gates, and to make these you need some stone anodes in the top corners, a stone cathode in the very centre row and the top middle, and then stone wafers in the bottom corners with a stone wire in the centre bottom, and this will get you 3 AND gates. And I'll explain what these do in a bit. Next we're going to make a sequencer, which is pretty much just what it says in the tin. Sequences the redstone. And it's made with stone wafers in the corners, a stone pointer in the centre, and stone cathodes in every other slot. And if you don't remember what a cathode is, it's just a wafer with a redstone torch, and a pointer is just a wafer, a redstone torch, and a piece of smooth stone. And finally, the last thing we're going to make is a NOT gate. Now this is made with stone wafers in the corners, stone anodes, right centre, top centre, left centre, stone wire at the bottom centre, and a stone cathode in the very centre. Right, so first of all, I'm going to show you how I've got my light system set up. I'm not in creative mode for some reason. So on top of my magical house, I have got this here, and this is basically a NOT gate here. I think it's a NOT gate. And this is my sensor module, and this is my NOT gate, and this is my transmitter. And then if I dig down under the ground, just about here, a bit further maybe, no it's down here, there it is. Then I've got my receiver under the ground. That can go through blocks, it can go over a great distance as well. So I'm going to show you a quick demo of how to set this up over here, just for the sake of it. Now, this is my sensor here, and I'm going to need my NOT gate, so I'll just get one of them. Now, the receiver always transmits when it's light. As you can see, it's lit up here. So what you want to do is you want to get your NOT gate and you want to place it so that the three uncoloured bits will be pointing to where your transmitter is going to be. And then you get your transmitter and you place this down, like so. And then you get your receiver and you place that down. And then from here we can extend this out and we can build our little light pole here. If I can fly, there we go. And we'll put the light on top of it, like so. Now, as you can see here, this redstone wire isn't connecting. So what you do is you just right click underneath it, underneath your jacketed wire, and it will connect. You have to put an extra piece down to make sure you don't forget about that. Now with this light sensor, what you want to do is you want to hold shift with your screwdriver in your hand, and you want to right click. And as you'll see, the little blue bit will get smaller and smaller, and it'll get smaller twice, so once, oh no, three times. And that's the smallest it'll go, and that is, it will detect light in the darkest possible situations. So that's why I've had to put mine on the roof out of the way, so it doesn't detect any light. Now, unfortunately, I don't have daytime turned on. I've turned off nighttime, I should say. But what you want to do is, you want to make sure the numbers on the sides of your transmitters are exactly the same. So just for sake of it, I want to make this one 14, because I've already got a 10 somewhere else, I think. And you have to make this transmitter, this receiver 14 as well, like so, so that it knows where to point it to. So if I just mess about in my settings quickly, and I'll be right back. Right, so now that we've got this set up quite nicely here, what I'm going to do is turn it to nighttime, like so. Maybe a bit darker than that, a bit darker. As you can see, this is lit up, this is lit up here, this wire's lit up, and voila! We have our street light. Now you can make these in anything. I've just chosen wood because it contrasted quite well. So that's how you make lamps, using the sensor module. Now if I was to say make it brighter, it would turn off. So you have to make it on the darkest setting so it'll pick up, because this light here will be lighting this up, so you have to put it somewhere pretty dark. If you put it underground it won't really work. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to be building the intensive wheat farm that people have been asking for. So I'll just get rid of some of these wireless stuff. Let's move this out of the way. And I'll go in this chest and get all my wires. I'm just going to build this wall up quickly because I forgot to do that. Right, so what you first of all you want to do is you want to make a 3x3 area 2 high at least, and have it hollow in the middle with a block of dirt. And under this dirt I have just got a sticky piston that is currently unretracted. Well, is retracted I should say. And then I've got on here I've got my lever. What you want to do is you want to redstone down the back of it like so, and then I want to add some coloured wire. Do I want to add coloured wire? Maybe. So I've decided I'm going to use coloured wire. Now, you can't connect round a corner like so. You've got to have it flat on the floor like this. And what we're going to do is we're going to come along here, and we're just going to connect this wire up so that it goes all the way along, a bit further, and it needs to connect up to here, like so. and it can just connect direct to these. Now these black blocks are going to be my AND gates. Now this AND gate here needs to face with the single thing pointing away from it, and this one needs to point towards it, and this one needs to point to the left of it, like so. Now this red block is going to be my sequencer, so I'll whack a sequencer down, and as you can see it ticks very slowly, like so. But we're also going to need a lever, well, a couple of levers. You need to put a lever here and turn it on, and you need to put a lever here and turn this on, like so. So here we're going to have a white wire running up this wall and over the top. Let's ignore that if it connects to the lever, although we don't want it to connect to the lever, that is bad. It needs to be one more over, I think. So, got that in the wrong place, excuse me. That needs to be there, and then the lever needs to be here, like this, and then it needs to be turned on, like so. And you'll have to excuse me because I've already done it wrong. So to quickly go and check, and what we actually have to do is put this down here, like so, and then have it connected up like this. So it was in the right place, it's just me being weird, like so. There you go, and turn it off. Now, this is where it becomes a little bit complicated. Now we're going to have an orange wire coming from here, and then all the way underneath this, here. And as you see, the wires won't connect up, which is just what we wanted, and then here we want to switch back to normal wire and then start climbing up the wall. Like so. Well, you don't even have to do that, you could just cover it all in orange wire, like this, and then just connect it there. So then, with this one, we want to add a purple wire, like this, to here, and then we want to come down this hole. So what you want to do is you want to connect it around this corner, and then down, and then onto the floor, and then this way. If I can actually put it on the floor, there we go. And we want to work all the way underneath the floor until we get to here, and then we want to put a NOT gate down right there, like that, so it's always pushed up if there's no power going to it. That's what a NOT gate does. It pretty much just says, is there power? No? Then I will transmit power out the other side, and if it is, vice versa the other way. So finally, we want this white cable linked up to this AND gate, and then work its way around. Just get some grass to cover this up. So I don't know why there's a hole there. And we want to go to just about here, and then we want to add this. So as you can see, we've got this nicely set up now. All the wires are done, and we can just leave it. And what we want to do is we want to get a hoe, and we'll just get a normal one for now. Just hoe this ground, and then we want some water. So let's get some water quickly. Now you only need one block of water, so you can just use one bucket. And all you have to do is put a block of water just there, and it will circle around, and all the water will flow towards this obsidian pipe, which is what we want to happen. And I can't move for some reason. Oh, there we go. So next what you want to do is you want to get two deployers and put them so they're facing the middle, like so. And then inside the right hand one, as you look at it, you want to stack hundreds of seeds. So you can put melon seeds in, you can put normal seeds in, and on the left hand side one you want to put bone meal. I mean, you can just condense all this. If you've got an energy condenser, you just condense it. And now what will happen is I'll explain the wires and how they work. Not the wires, the logic gates. Now if I turn this on, I'll just see if it works, and piston, and it works like that. Like so. Now as you can see, this wire here, this blue wire is lit up. And this is good. This basically says is a control mechanism which turns off everything if this lever isn't done. So if you don't want to waste resources, or you've got too many of things, you just turn this on and it will stop all the things because of these AND gates. Now, as you can see, the AND gates have got three little lights on them. Now when all the little three lights are out, this first one will light up. So because this blue line is powered, and powering this one turning it off, and this one has a lever turning it off, so when this sequencer ticks, it turns this one off and powers the piston for this purple wire. And it's the same for here. This will power the deployer, and this one will power the bone meal deployer. Now the sequencer will just happily swing round like it is. Nice la-di-da-di-da. Now, what we can do is we can reduce the speed. Now I think the fastest you can go is 0.4. Like this before bad things happen. No, it has to be slower. Slower than 0.4. Try 0.55. Okay, faster than that. 0.7. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Let me just try putting a white wire here instead. I don't quite know why it's not working. Bear with me 1 second, I'll solve this problem. Okay, so I've solved the problem. It's because of my dodgy wiring skills that are the problem. This purple one needs to go into the right hand side slot, and this slot needs to be free. This white one is correct and this orange one is now correct. So now it should work quite happily. As you see, there was just too long of a delay between the piston and the next one starting. So we can probably reduce this, I think it was 0.4 at the fastest you could go. You can probably go faster than that. Let's just go max speed. Okay, a little bit too fast I would think. Try 0.3. Seems like 0.3 is the fastest it will be able to go. So now you've just got infinite wheat being produced. Well, not infinite. What you could do is you could have a condenser condensing seeds, putting it into here, and then a condenser creating bone meal, putting it into here, and then you'd have infinite. So, I hope this has helped. Thank you for the request. Unfortunately, I can't pronounce your name as it begins with an X. And names that begin with an X are always difficult to pronounce. I'm not going to try it and look ridiculous, so I apologise. But thank you for the request, and I hope this has helped you out. So that's it all for today. I hope you've learnt something. And the subscribe button at the top. Tell your friends, and I'll catch you next time, guys. See you later.